Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is week 11, and hopefully, my brain and the class are back on schedule. I'm sorry again about last week's craziness, but hopefully, we are back on track. So let's take a look at where we are. The most recent thing, of course, that was submitted or was due to be submitted was the most recent paper, which was, let's go scroll down because it was October 27th. Yeah, the American Foundations, the Reflections on America paper. We had a non-quiz quiz. Everybody got 100%. You guys are awesome on the Foundations quiz. So the next item that is due this week will be the next discussion board. So that's where we are. And we are entering a new era. So let's scroll down, take a look at the calendar. We are entering the second to the last module. And I do want to note for you guys that the final reading is a novel, The Handmaid's Tale. Um, it is not terribly, terribly long, but you have Their Eyes Were Watching God, which is also a novel, and The Handmaid's Tale. So you may want to kind of plan ahead and think about giving yourself some extra time for reading. I want you to start reading Their Eyes Were Watching God this week. You are not technically due to be finished with it until next week. And it's a I I think it's a pretty fast read, but then I'm a literature person. So anyway, but please do get started with that. We also have some civil rights readings, born in slavery readings on your that you're reading on your own. There are selections from Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and then of course, as I mentioned, Their Eyes Were Watching God. As usual, I will remind you that if in our LibGuide, in order to find the materials, remember you do have to click on modules. I don't know what changed. This didn't used to be this way, which is why I didn't mention it in the beginning. So I apologize that the organization is a little bit different, but once you click on modules, you will go to this one, civility. So we have some readings from Booker T. Washington, Martin Luther King, W.E.B. Du Bois. Um, we have the Ballad or the Bullet, and then we have some longer materials. The Handmaid's Tale is right here. Um, oh gosh, and now I don't see Their Eyes Are Watching God. All right. Well, I'm going to get Nora to update that. Um, in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can't find it and show you where to look for it. We're going to go to the main LibGuides page. Nope. Let me go back. I'm going to go to the main course guides page, and I'm going to look only at literature. And I'm going to scroll to, want to say, hmm, okay, I'm not finding it. I'm going to go to the library materials. So we're just going to go ahead and go back to the libraries, the library itself. Um, let's go to library. And we're going to put in Their Eyes Were Watching God. And that is a title. So here is there's several, you want the actual book. Um, and I want to say, hmm, I believe this is the one that has the full text in it, along with some additional readings. Um, let me double check while we're looking. Mhm. I'm glad I looked today. Like I said, last fall, all of these things were working. So I don't know why. I don't know what changed. I know some of the times the library information gets updated across the whole state. So I don't know. We can blame Florida. Okay, biography. Go use. Um, No. However, this is a great resource if you are interested in writing about their eyes are watching God. So keep that in mind. Let me go back. We're gonna go to a new search. I don't know that I want EBSCO books. Um, all right. Oops, can't type today. All right, I'm gonna put in Kirsten Sora Neal as the author because we want the actual book. This one is not an ebook though. Oh, now I worry that they've even gotten rid of the ebook. Oh gosh. All right. Well, I'm gonna see what I can find from Nora and we will, not to be confused with Zora, and we will think about that. I did notice that the color purple is available. Let's go to the module and see. Mm, mm, mm. Modules. Okay. It is missing from here, but we have the color purple, which is very weird. Let me go to my regular Lit 2000 course guide and see if it is in there. We have the novels, Kate Chopin. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to show you how I got here, but I'm also going to double check and make sure because this was not showing as an ebook in, let's try this. Okay. So we have we have another disaster. Okay. Yay. Um, I mean, we can switch to the color purple. I think that's probably the best solution. Let me double check and make sure that that exists. Let's go back to our class. Mm, there we are. and modules and civility. Let's make sure the color purple really exists. It is in our LibGuide. So Alice Walker actually is largely responsible for discovering Zora Neale Hurston. I wanted to use Zora Neale Hurston because she's a Florida author and she is writing during the Harlem Renaissance. Alice Walker, of course, is a more contemporary author. However, we have the book. Let's make sure this is working now. Yeah, so it looks like you can just continue. That's very weird. Let's do a one-page view. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so the real trick is that the color purple is written, as you can see here, in full letter format. It is an epistolary novel. It does make it a little bit tricky to read. And it is written in dialect. So is the O'Neill Hurston's work. So my main my main suggestion there is to make sure that you are reading it out loud, or at least in your head you are reading it out loud. And I am going to change this right in front of your eyes. Okay, and we'll finish that next week. Now, The Handmaid's Tale is still there, so once we get past this one, I think we'll be okay. Oh, what a challenge this semester has been, between hurricanes and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, the big assignment coming up, in addition to writing about the paper, in addition to writing about the novel, which I will have to change, I'm going to make myself notes because I can't change all of that right in front of you. So let me jot this down really quick so I don't forget. To color purple. Okay, we will get there. So next week, you're going to start the civil rights presentation assignment. So feel free to go ahead and look at that. I will update the paper assignment that's in here. And then the presentation themselves, the video of the presentation is due in week 13. And that I think that is all accurate. I am probably also going to change the due date for paper 4 from week 12 to week 13, like we did with this previous one. But I will update all that and I will have a separate announcement about those updates. But I'm going to try to fix some of this today and get it ready for you. But in the meantime, if you're watching this, know that you're going to read The Color Purple instead of Their Eyes Were Watching God. So there we go. And you can get started with that and the other readings that are in the civil rights part. The discussion board this week refers to the other readings anyway. So you're not really expected to read the novel for this week. So it's going to be okay, but I will get everything updated and we will go from there. Okay. Everybody take care. Have a good week. I will see you next week.